Benito, 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 Benito.
What up, Ben?
I like that.
Come
I like
on.
that. Every now and again, the internet comes up with something good for you. You know what I mean?
Right?
Yeah.
Do you like the graphic behind us?
Look, we named you Benito, dog.
Benito.
Benito.
I just want you to
Ay,
know.
¿qué tal?
Hey, we have formally traded you in for Bad Bunny, bro. Just so you know, he's Ben now, and you're Benito Affleck.
Facts.
I don't know. He might not like it, but I do. I like it.
He's with a white girl, dog. You with a Latina.
Come on.
Cool.
They're cool.
I'm proud. I love it. I'm I've been trying to learn. I've been trying to get my Spanish right for years. Still not right, by the way.
It's incredible.
It's really good.
Your Spanish is better than us. What novela do you watch?
Un hombre, no, dos
mujeres?
Un hombre, dos caminos.
It sounds really good.
Camino, let's
tapped
go,
in.
Ben.
That's
Yeah,
fire.
good Spanish.
El gordo y la flaca.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
actually don't watch this.
No, you don't watch that because they lie about you. And I
They talk shit.
I knew it and I understood it. And you know the passion that you have when you talk Spanish, you get it right more than actual people that speak Spanish and have no tone. I think the best part of being and speaking that language is that it comes with emotion and you add that into it. Like you add that passionate flair. So shout out to you for that.
I love it, man. I loved, I lived in Mexico for a year and I loved it. I loved that country, the people. I had the best time there. You know, I learned to speak and I felt like because I was young, you're impressionable and I kind of could learn and pick up like some of the flair and the culture and, other people from other Spanish speaking countries sometimes talk shit to me and they're like, wow, you have a Mexican accent. Why you sound Mexican? I'm like, that's the right way to talk.
That part.
Yeah.
That's the right way to start.
Say
Let's
that,
go.
Benito, say it with your chest.
Benito, you're a beater with us.
And he's from Beantown. And he's from Beantown, so that makes sense.
Boston.
I'm the only Spanish speaker in Boston.
Come on, we bet.
Oh, actually, I had a big ESL program. There's a lot of Puerto Rican, Dominican.
Right.
East Coast is all up from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So like when I grew up, I thought Puerto Rico was like as big as Europe. Because half the people there
we're everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, that ties in perfectly because J-Lo's Puerto Rican and we love that for you.
I love it too.
Yeah.
Love it too.
We also want to talk to you about sports because we're big. Of course, Air is out now. You got to watch the movie. It really goes hand in hand of how you guys created how Jordan the brand and Nike came together and created the Jordan shoe. But we also got to talk sports with you because you're also a big, huge baseball fan. And you know out here is Dodger Town.
I love Dodger fans, man. Dodger fan reminds me of the Red Sox because they're like passionate fans. Only team in LA that has real hardcore fans.
Oh yeah.
That show up, break their hearts. You know what I mean? Blowing games at the,
Yeah.
Boston, like how we used to just, 2003, 1986. It felt like we were always almost getting there. And I love the Dodgers, and that's a great, beautiful sports franchise, a great park. It's legit, and the fans are really legit and knowledgeable, and it's National League, so I don't feel like it's.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too crazy a rivalry.
How do you feel about us trading players every summer? It's like we always are switching. We got Mookie Betts, then like you guys get Justin Turner.
Sometimes it works out, sometimes not. I think I ran into who did I talk to? Jen did a show at Dodger Stadium. Must have been last summer or something like that.
Oh, you're so rich.
I was talking to Dave Roberts. I went down there, like talking to, at the time. It was, the truth about baseball, that's the little bit of thing you kind of grow up out of. Like when you're a kid, you're like, this is our town and this is our people. And then you realize everybody on the team's from somewhere else. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of move around. It feels like they do that a little more now. Everybody's like got the same agents. They're not really rivals. They don't really hate each other. You know what I mean? And you're kind of like disappointed. But that's what I like about like the Dodgers is that ethos, just like in Boston, it seeps in. Fans come, they love it. It's real, it's legit, and it's a great place. And also the weather's a hell of a lot better than
That
Boston.
part.
But do you think that's because you get to meet these players on a personal level just because of your status in this world and who you are? Do you think if you were just like
Ben from Boston.
Ben from Boston, do you think you would still feel the same way about like how you said right now, like they share the same agents, some of them their kids are good friends
what
because
happened
they relate
in
a lot.
2004? I had been such a Red Sox fan my whole life, and then I was able to meet people because I was an actor. So all of a sudden I could like show up and be like, David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, what's up? And they knew, and I was like, wow, I really made it. These guys are my heroes. And they know who I am, and they want to go out with me, and it was great. except that it did take away that kind of childhood thing of like, these are our guys. And kind of you realize, listen, but there's a saying like, don't meet your heroes because they're human. You know what I mean? Everybody's human. And I'm not talking about those two guys in particular, just in general. I mean, I got to meet Pedro. I love Pedro.
Yeah. Okay, you're flexing now, bro. Okay, look, I gotta talk to you, Ben, because you guys. I know we switched players, and it's all love, but it really hurts that you guys have Turner. Not gonna lie, because that is like an LA guy, and just seeing his red beard match so well with your jersey,
Red Sox,
it's just it duele.
Listen,
Nos duele el corazón.
Let me tell you what this movie is about how if you can do the job on the field, you need to get paid right. And that's where
That's what happens in real life.
They deserve to get what they should get. I don't even like this whole baseball is this whole crooked, like first 4 years, this whole period of time where you're capped. Yeah. That's crazy. Why are you capped? Why can't you make money? It's that the NCAA, there are a lot of rules still in place that really, hurt players and what they should do, not from getting their due.
Yeah.
Doing a movie like Air, how much did you have to learn, like, business-wise when it came to basketball and signing like a shoe game? Because of something people say, actors don't have swag. I see some of your pictures, bro.
Who said that?
Something Duro says. He's a comedian, by the way.
Ben, you've been doing this for a long time, my boy. Fool, dog. How many times have you heard that you guys don't have swag? Adam Sandler.
People say that shit doesn't make it right.
Yeah.
People say a lot of things.
Dog, I see some of your pictures. You only look good because of J-Lo, perro. But learning so much about fashion and stuff, how are you like, okay, I got to maybe read this book. Maybe I got to go down this list. I got to go meet somebody from Nike.
It's a culture in its own. It's a culture in its own.
Yeah, no, listen, anytime you do a movie, you want to do it right. Like what I know, I approached it because I was an actor and I was intimidated by a lot of the other aspects of it, which over the years I kind of learned and demystified. That's one of the things that keeps people out, this idea of like, no, it's just too complicated. The truth is you can figure it out, but the way you do it is by learning from people who already know and taking humility and going and saying, can you help me?
Yep.
Can you show me this? I need to learn from you. And it's the same approach that I take. Look, that's when I went into prisons and interviewed bank robbers for the town. It's why I went. It's why I went to Michael Jordan. It's why I went to the guys in the shoe culture who've been around for a long time, talking about like what did this shoe mean?
Yeah.
What was the significance? What changed about it? Of course I had to research. I'm not in the sports apparel agency business. All that stuff. That's your job. That's your homework. You have to do it and get it right because the audience knows. Even if they don't even if you're not sure what the world's really like in some place, when someone's getting it authentically.
Yeah.
You just kind of feel it.
So you're directing and starring in it. That means you had to be extremely passionate about the story. What made you so passionate about it?
This movie was about. First of all, I love the idea that it was really a love letter to these moms that raise kids and are there for them. Particularly like
Jordan's mom is hardcore too.
Yeah, man. And in fact, one of the things I seen was, as I got back together with Jennifer, and I was like seeing her, the way what she did to spend time with her kids, and how important that was, and that kind of that single mom life with these children, and I was like, damn. This, I had a different perspective, right? Because I'm divorced, I'm a dad, I want my kids my time, and I really was like. And it reminded me of my own childhood and thinking, man, I was too hard on my mom. She was really killing me, trying to take care of me by herself and my brother. And here I'm watching Jennifer, and she's not struggling for money, but it's still an emotional commitment. There's so much time in the day. You got to go to work, come home, and be there and be with your kids. And when I watched her do that, it really informed. Like I'd love to tell a story that does justice to this work, to motherhood and these moms who make a difference. And my own mom. It's beautiful, and she loves all my movies. You know what I mean? And they're not all worth loving.
When you're directing and acting in a movie, how did it feel having to be somebody's like their partner, but also having kind of be the boss? Because I've been. You feel me, Ben? If you didn't know, I act sometimes, so you want to tap in with me. But I've been in short films where it's like it's sometimes people aren't too fond of directors. They're usually known for being dicks. Like they're kind of like the assholes. So have you ever had to like grow a relationship with somebody, but also kind of tell them like, that's not the fucking line. That isn't the emotion I need. I need this.
You know, if you have to do that, like you're probably in a bad spot. There are times when you kind of have to set the tone as a leader, but like you want people that will kill for you, that want to come in work and don't need, they're like you if you value and respect people and they know that you care about their input and you respect what they do, they feel that and they will come in and go to the mat for you. And in terms of the actors, you know, when you have these great actors like I have Marlon and Viola and you know, Chris Tucker, Matt, Jason Smith, they're great. Like there's no boss or anything. It's really just peers going like, do what you need to do. Take your time. We can do as long as you need. You make it good, and they're pros, and they're great. And the crew we had, which is just as important. 100%. That's a really thing to know about. The people that you don't see in these movies who are making the difference between a movie that works and that doesn't. You just have to show people respect, and you have to show them that you value them. And at that point, if someone crossed the line, or I've found it's better to kind of lead by example, where the whole culture of the place is like, hey, we're all in this together. And this guy's going off his own, he's complaining, whatever. The whole group will kind of be like, hey, man, that's not how we're doing it. We're not going to join it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it's kind of like a little frat at the moment.
Yeah. Ben, what's your Jordan number? What's the number shoe that you like?
Really quick, team. We have to actually wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I got too into the shoes, man. They made a habit out of me. They made a shit junkie out of me. Now I'm going to go broke with buying these shoes. But I love them, and they're great. And there's a beautiful artist doing all these collabs. And I've been, I think for the first time, I showed up in some fashion blogs because of my shoes. So
Come on.
Nice.
Look
I
at
told
you.
you.
You're stepping
impossible
it
can
up.
come true.
I told you ain't never did it before. You ain't got no swag.
Good. But you did it now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For checking in with us, Ben Affleck,
Thanks,
and your
Ben.
family. Now, you're a primo of Brown Bag, all right?
Arizona, make sure y'all go watch it.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego, güey.
See ya.
Dale, gracias.